What's up, everybody? It's your boy Corey, aka GQ Saint, back from another reaction video. So finally we getting Death Battle, Dante versus Clive, Devil May Cry versus Final Fantasy. So, will Dante be going 2-0 or 1-1? And this is Clive. Well, Final Fantasy. We had another Final Fantasy Death Battle before the most recent Final Fantasy character. I can remember when they had Cloud versus Link, and Cloud, this more remastered version, Cloud won that. If I was rooting for Cloud anyway. Cloud is to this day my favorite Final Fantasy character. But anyway, going to open my account, I want to lean towards Dante because I know a lot more. But let's look at the stats. I'm going to do a whole video in case you see some, some break. That's just me, just my camera a lot, especially to keep up with the parts. But anyway, let's dive into it. You already know, special request, drop a comment below. Let me know what you want to react to. Let's get it.
Dante versus Clive.
DMC's Devil Hunter versus Final Fantasy's Shield of Rosaria. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Death battle. This should be a good fight. There's the way they're showing it.
It's a dangerous world out there. Cultists, demons, and evil businessmen lust for power. And every day brings a new cataclysm humanity must face.
This world may seem like the end, but for a devil hunter like Dante, it's party time. Who'd expect anything less from the son of the legendary demon Sparta?
A dark knight who, thousands of years ago, woke up to justice and sealed away the demon lord, Mundus.
But then Sparta mysteriously died, and his wife got iced by some demons, leaving Dante and his brother Virgil separated.
Despite a long-gone family, Dante kept a chipper attitude and set up a business dedicated to one thing.
Yeah, he thought Virgil died.
And with the blood of Sparta running through him, he's the best in the business.
By harnessing his own demonic energy, Dante bolsters his speed, power, and durability, letting him block kaiju-sized punches, move faster than a meteor,
and regenerate like an unstoppable force of nature. As long as he has the energy, he can heal from getting shot, stabbed, sliced through. Basically anything.
Even without his regeneration, he's survived heat that would reduce the layman to ash.
But no hunter is complete without an arsenal, and Dante's got one hell of a sword left by his dad, Rebellion. Plus ebony and ivory, two magic pistols with endless ammo clips. And they say the perfect gift doesn't exist.
I like that when I first
Dante's
played
full arsenal
Dante,
is far
like
larger
unlimited
and
ammo for ebony ivory.
Like
for
King
the guns.
Cerberus, a shape-shifting set of elemental nunchucks. Cavalier, a pair of buzzsaws that are also a motorcycle. Balrog, fiery fisticuffs for boxing and capoeira. And Navan, a guitar. An electric
He has
guitar.
countless
There's also
devil
Lucifer,
arms.
a backpack of endless laser swords that Dante got after slaying... Actually, we never see how he beat Lucifer.
Yeah, you know someone's a badass when they off-screened the actual devil. Then there's my fave, Dr. Faust, a sentient hat that turns Dante into basically Orville Peck. Oh, and shoots crystallized demon blood.
Dante needed this and much more when he got a warm welcome from the brother he thought long dead. In a twist of fate, Virgil was alive, but went down a very different path.
While Dante was
Went down
partying,
more demonic
Virgil
heritage.
studied the blade, seeking the power he needed to exert his will, even if it meant killing his own brother. Something he came close to doing in their first meeting.
But the defeat only spurred Dante's awakening. He learned to teleport using Trickster, slow down time through Quicksilver, and double-team foes with Doppelganger.
With a slick pose and the right timing, he can royal guard dang near anything, then use the absorbed energy to armor up as a dreadnought.
Dante achieves through his power. By tapping into his inner demon, Dante can fly and gains an enormous boost in speed and power.
Naturally, his rematch with Virgil went very differently, and that was far from Dante's peak.
When Mundus got up to his old tricks, Dante battled the Demon Lord in a vast sea of stars, a universe Mundus created on a whim. Even later, Dante one-shot a stronger alternate future Mundus who had completely merged with the demon world.
So he's kind of a big deal. Literally, Mundus became a living universe just for Dante to shoot him in the face.
Then there's Argosax, a god so astronomically intense he had the power of every other demon in existence, a divine deity of the sun that Dante also shot in the face.
Oh, that guy! I completely forgot about him.
Funny, so did Dante. Despite how powerful Argosax was, he was just an insignificant Tuesday to Dante.
So it's safe to say Dante had become the strongest around. But no amount of style, pizza, or wahoos could fill the hole in his heart. Sure, Virgil was a power-hungry weeb, but he was still his bro. Beneath Dante's antics, killing the last of his family kinda messed him up.
Until he learned his family wasn't as gone as he thought. It turns out he had a nephew, Nero, who Dante would help get into the family business.
Me, one person in Nero, like, this dude gotta be
And
related to
for
Dante
Nero
somehow.
was pretty
And I had
badass.
suspicion
Even
Virgil
helping
was his
Dante
dad.
take
I
on the
was right
so-called
the whole
Demon
time.
King Urizen.
Before they even
Heroes
announced
Devil
it.
Breaker
Year
Arc
before they
and
announced
fire
Devil May Cry
light
5.
speed lasers that Dante and Virgil
Especially when
dodged.
Yamato the
Dante and Virgil
sword.
can already dodge lasers in their base forms, but when charged with enough demonic energy, they can outright blitz beams over 11 times faster than light.
Nero even survived getting melted down while inside a living statue. It's a long story.
And that's the same sort of regeneration that Dante has, meaning he can survive being turned into a puddle.
So Dante was ready when Virgil somehow returned. Again. And made an apocalyptic demon tree for what else? More power!
With the entire world now on the line,
By
Dante
the way,
had
I
to
kind of
get
like his new look, like his
serious
new
and
attire.
fully
Devil May
embrace
Cry
his human
5.
and demon sides
Like
alike
Virgil's attire.
by stabbing himself.
Holy shit, Dante has been impaled so much, he decided to make it how he powers up. So he got his greatest weapon, Devil Sword Dante, and became Sin Devil Trigger. This is Dante.
Link ads.
This is
Sorry about that
Dante's demon
stinking
energy
ass.
at its peak. He can fire lasers with Loose, obliterate with the fires of Judgment, and surpass even the legendary Sparta.
But although Dante was totally a match for Virgil, neither of them would budge on their ideals. Both were destined to duel until one was dead forever.
But thanks to Nero and two well-placed bitch slaps, they got some sense knocked into him.
Dante realized that if he couldn't make Virgil abandon his ways, he might as well keep an eye on him. In one fell swoop, the two severed the world-spanning demon tree and prepared for a permanent departure to the underworld.
You can choose your friends, but not your family. But if that's what it takes to keep Virgil safe, or rather to keep the world safe from Virgil,
I forgot
Dante
what
will deal with it.
YouTuber met
And all
the
things considered, he's
actor
happy
who
slugging it out
played
with his bro.
Virgil.
Maybe
Voice
happier than
sounds
he's ever
exactly
been.
the same.
Proof that as
Special
long
face
as you
shorts,
have
yeah.
the human drive, even hell can become a paradise sweet enough that a devil may cry.
Wiz, it's an emergency! This fight's gonna have a banger soundtrack, but my headphones broke!
Well, good news. This battle is sponsored
Man,
by
let's
Raycon.
get over
Keep
this.
your ears open. A mighty
Sorry.
guardian.
There we go.
Sit down as we
One
tell the
skill.
tale of the kingdom of Rosaria and its prince, Clive Rossfield. A man destined to be a dominant, the host to a mighty guardian icon.
Anybody who's a Dom can draw on magic life juice called ether, becoming a big scary monster.
And commanding the element they embody to create storms, slay armies, and split the sea. Dominants are forces of nature, and Clive would be the dominant of the Phoenix.
Well, he was supposed to, but Big Bird
This
said
guy
no
from
thanks, and
Tekken 8.
instead picked his sick little brother Joshua. Parents don't play favorites, but I guess ancient monsters can.
Despite the rejection and a deep loathing from his mother Annabella, Clive and Joshua were only kind to one another. Clive saw the burden his brother bore and accepted his blessing of the Phoenix in hopes of becoming Joshua's shield.
Meaning he learned a bunch of magic. He can shoot fire, teleport with Phoenix Shift, and took down this beast before he was even out of puberty.
Even without magic, Clive's a capable swordsman, able to boost his speed and perception with precision dodge. But it wasn't enough when Annabella betrayed Rosaria for the Empire of Sanbreque. In one night, Clive's knights, people, and his own father were slaughtered before him.
Quick, someone use a Phoenix down!
Those aren't in this game.
Well, that's unfortunate. But the Phoenix icon sure is, because the trauma of everything made poor Joshua lose control.
Clive wanted nothing more than to help his brother, and perhaps this desire awakened the icon that was in him all along. The fiery beast, Ifrit.
Boy, is Ifrit a wild one. Just standing nearby will incinerate the average Joe. It can make fire barriers, regenerate lost limbs, decimate foes with a flaming spirit bomb, and shatter a walking mountain.
The downside being Clive couldn't control it. He didn't even remember becoming Ifrit or battling the Phoenix in a fight that reduced everything he loved to cinders, leaving Joshua presumed dead.
If that wasn't bad enough, dear old Ma found him the next day and made him a slave to Sanbreque's army. Clive spent 13 years wallowing through life, searching for Ifrit's host for revenge, only to learn the one he wanted to kill was himself.
This revelation hit Clive like a phantom train. He thought death was all he deserved for taking the lives of Joshua and so many others. Even so, there was a light at the end of the tunnel. No, not like that.
Thanks to his friend Jill, the outlaw Sid, his doggo Torgal, and a very
Ooh, that
therapeutic
dog.
battle with his self-hatred,
Little
Clive
dogs.
learned to carry the torch for his brother, fighting the real problems plaguing his world: crystals and racism.
In the world of Valisthea, prejudice is alive and well for bearers. Basically, anyone who can use magic without special crystals.
So what better way to dismantle the system than to help fellow bearers and destroy the mother crystals ruining the planet, all while picking up some nifty abilities.
Through a mysterious power that lets him absorb icons, Clive took Garuda, an avian with sharp slashes and sharper talons. From Sid, he received Remove, so he could summon lightning.
From his bae Jill, he got Shiva to freeze lava and even time itself. With Titan, he can block and absorb blows with earth-shattering fists. From this dragon prince, he got Bahamut and some deadly lasers.
And through Odin, he can slow the flow of time and slice apart the fabric of space.
Looks familiar.
With these powers, Clive stepped up to lead the bearers, and even reunited with Joshua, who was alive all along. Surprise!
Clive spent 5 years freeing the land and became hot as hell while doing it. Well, no, not well, yeah, that way, but also through Ifrit. By using part of Ifrit's power, Clive can set himself aflame, activating Limit Break to boost his abilities.
But Limit Break is far from Clive's limit. After absorbing the Phoenix essence from Joshua, he became Ifrit Risen. Now fully in control of the monster that had tormented him, he embraced his role as a shield for his brother and friends.
Just in time to battle in space, block a planet-wiping blast, and overpower this dragon at the speed of light.
That's no exaggeration. Ifrit Risen is literally stated to move at light speed. Not surprising when Clive has intercepted lasers over 3 times faster than that, and overpowered Omega, a
this should be
god-slaying
a
weapon
very,
that can
very
destroy,
tough fight
and
for
I quote,
Dante.
all of creation.
But what made Clive
I
strong
won't be
enough to
surprised
do all
if
this?
Clive won't. I won't be
Besides the
surprised.
majestic man cleavage.
Turns out
Dante-
Clive's birth was orchestrated. He was intended to become the vessel of Ultima, an ancient, all-powerful being that created humanity, but abandoned them after they developed free will.
Meaning everything that happened was the fault of one person. God, the bastard! But Clive wouldn't be a puppet. If God was in the way of humanity's freedom, then God was gonna die.
Easier said than done.
No shit!
Ultima was stronger than anyone Clive had faced, able to warp all of reality to create a universe. But Clive had a secret not even Ultima foresaw. Over his journey, he developed a special state of mind, Logos.
AKA someone powered by human will and the bonds of consciousness with others. Okay, that sounds like anime friendship crap, but trust me, it made Clive a badass who could surpass his limits, getting stronger over the course of just one fight.
So much so that, despite struggling against Ultima initially, by the end of the fight, Clive took out Ultimalius, a more powerful amalgamation of Ultima and his entire species, all while Clive was in his base form.
Ultima literally became Ultima Squared, but Clive still kicked his ass. Using his bonds with his brother, his friends, and his unbridled will, Clive killed God in a giant 999,999 damage punch! Okay, so it really was the power of friendship after all. Man, this guy's got a future in shonen.
Well, except we don't really know what happened to Clive. Whether he lived or died, though, doesn't really matter. It was his journey and the world he created that made his life meaningful. Clive's dream of a future where everyone can live and die on their own terms had become a reality.
And his stories were written up in a book by a certain Joshua Rossfield, which he titled Final Fantasy. The battle's
Yeah,
coming up
definitely
next,
gotta
so
check
call
that
your
out,
winner
man.
now, folks, just like our sponsor, DraftKings.
The NBA season tips off, and so does DraftKings' newest 15 days. Limited time
Had to
offer.
skip over
See
that. I'm ready
terms
for
at
a fight now.
pick6.draftkings.com/promos. All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm mad right now. Fight going down, the stinking ad go through. Okay, let's go. Yeah, I'm pissed.
Hey, I heard your fiery friend is causing trouble, and I'm in the business of dealing with trouble.
Leave now. I have a god to kill. The last thing that will stop me is a demon.
Let's ride.
Fancy yourself a bard?
This is a pretty cool fight. That's me moving that saw shotgun. I didn't use that bush when I played in Devil May Cry 3.
No hiding in the shadows anymore, Smokey. Time to see the light.
Hell is that?
Never seen a motorcycle in that world.
Virgil's got some competition.
He can do that too. I remember.
Still holding out on me? Let's see what your monster can really do.
So the devil cries for more. Let's give him everything we've got.
I like their reference.
I won't underestimate you.
Good, don't underestimate. I like the PlayStation button reference. They almost seem evenly matched. Like his healing factor is tasked out.
Please. Just once. I need more.
It's been a bash, Smokey. I need
Oh! You're like,
Not bad.
oh,
Not bad at all.
good fight.
After a fight like this, God will be nothing.
It was a good fight.
KO! Okay, that was a whole nother level of close, but I think we got the point.
This was not an easy
Yeah, I
call
can
to make.
tell.
Dante and Clive matched each
Yeah,
other
they
so
did.
closely it was hard finding a definitive advantage either had. This is best explained through
Okay.
3 categories, starting with stats.
Both Dante and Clive could easily beat up universe-busting threats.
Mundus and Ultimalius could create universes at a whim, and Dante and Clive defeated them sans their own super forms. Dante and Clive could both consistently intercept lasers at faster than light speeds.
And Dante could always amp up with demon juice to briefly outspeed Clive anyway.
But Clive could match that by boosting his own speed and reflexes through precision dodge. Both were so beyond the pale that neither
Yeah,
could
that-
definitively
It was almost
overpower the
even.
other.
Yeah,
Still,
evenly
given their
matched.
crazy powers, you'd think one of their abilities would break the deadlock.
Not so much. Dante and Clive could generally match each other blow for blow, be it to teleport, slow down time, flash freeze the other, block and absorb hits, etc.
And Dante could survive the intense flames of Ifrit. He's dealt with heat like that before.
Though Clive did not have a perfect match against Doppelganger, he did have more methods of manipulating time, both more reliable and abusable, in addition to defensive measures like Ifrit's barrier to fall back on to outlast powers like Doppelganger.
But their super forms evened out. Any edge Clive could get from, say, Limit Break or Ifrit Risen, Dante could match with Devil Trigger or Sin Devil Trigger.
In the end, both have
Evenly
answers
matched
to
in
most
that.
of each other's
Like,
powers,
dang.
making it still anyone's win.
Which is why it came down to one major factor: endurance. Just how long could these two keep at it?
While
Okay.
Dante's super forms could undoubtedly keep up with Clive's, there is an emphasis in story and gameplay that they expend a lot of demonic energy.
The longest Dante has battled in Devil Trigger against someone his equal is about 6 minutes, and abilities like Doppelganger, Quicksilver, and Sin Devil Trigger burn through it even faster.
Yeah, time's out
Time in
faster.
Ifrit Risen isn't limitless either, but it can last longer,
Okay,
fighting
yeah.
for tens of minutes if necessary. But given how close this match is, it's vital. If Ifrit Risen catches Dante outside of Devil Trigger, it's over.
I know what you're thinking. Dante's crazy tough. His healing factor's way better than Clive's. Clive can regen lost limbs, sure, but Dante can heal from getting reduced to a puddle. Couldn't he just tank Ifrit's attacks?
Well, yes, but also no. This is where context is everything. While no doubt impressive, Dante's healing has been
Yeah.
overcome in the past because it is tied to how much energy he
Yeah,
has.
but that's
less
true.
demonic energy means a less potent healing factor.
Like when he got knocked out for a month straight by Urizen, only surviving thanks to a constant source of demon blood. Hell, overtaxing demon regen is how Dante killed Virgil in the first place.
Dark Virgil
Even if
was
we
dead.
assume Dante could get a second wind, it's always possible Clive could get one too, becoming even stronger from pure willpower, just like when he fought Ultimalius.
So, for as tough and persistent as Dante was, Clive was able to endure just
Yeah, this
that
was a
much
good
more
fight,
to
yeah.
get the final
It
edge.
seems so
The
evenly
devil is
matched.
in the
I don't know, that's why I
details,
don't wanna
but
go
Clive's
who's gonna
victory
win.
is no fantasy.
The winner is
Good
Clive
fight.
Rossfield.
All right, who's next?
Next time on Death Battle.
Okay, finale. What the? Okay.
Subscribe and join as a member.
Okay,
to
I'm
see
definitely
more
looking
Death-
forward to this. Ash Ketchum versus Yugi Moto. Pokemon versus Yu-Gi-Oh! I played both card games, grew up on that. So yeah, this was a very, 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 very good fight. Definitely looking forward to this. So I'll be optimistic. I enjoyed the fight, but you satisfied the outcome? Not drop a comment below and who you think is going to win this next fight between Ash and Yugi. Question is, it's so many questions. Like, is Ash going to use all his main Pokemon, or some other legendaries going to come in? You know, I don't know. Anyway, drop a comment below what you think of the video. Make sure you give a like, comment, and subscribe. And fantastic day. Peace.